Ugly Friends 2.
All right, welcome to another edition of Bleach Bangs Music. What's going on, guys?
Chilling out, man. Enjoying my day off. Oregon's finally got some sunshine, so I'm excited to be out in it.
Nice.
we had sunshine, I think, yesterday.
right.
It has been up and down, all over the place. I mean, and we're fixing to get into another. I don't know what they're going to call it. It's snowing and all kinds of forecasting. It's off the charts. So, couple more days.
Yeah, I'm just excited to finally see some, honestly and truthfully. Like out here, we don't get a whole lot of it, period. You know, like the summertime, it's beautiful, but for the rest of the year, it's kind of gloom and doom. But we need it out here for sure. So it's nice. I'll take yeah.
Oh yeah,
so,
I bet.
So let us introduce ourselves. My name, of course, is Randy, and I'm in Oklahoma City.
My name is Ashton. I'm also in Oklahoma City.
Right on.
I'm in Topeka, Kansas.
I'm Dave, and I'm out in Oregon.
Don't mind me while I mess with my camera. I am abnormally dark right now, and it's bothering me. I've even got my ring light in front of me, and it's just not working.
Oh, I see what you're talking about now, John.
Thank
I don't
you.
know.
Yeah, I was about to say, declutter your screen.
He's like, what the fuck?
We got random stuff on the side of our live feed.
We can't do that.
There's
shit.
something new every week. Something pops up.
That didn't work.
So anyway, Dave, let's get into your world.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. You got anything you want to ask off the bat? Or you just want to go into it?
Yep. Sorry, our screen just went crazy. You guys got a new singer going on?
Yeah, Monty. He's phenomenal. We're super excited to have him. You know, he's bringing an aspect and a direction to the band that, you know, we've been looking to go to for a while, as far as the heaviness of the band and just kind of where we're going with that. But you know, he's just super professional guy, and, you know, all around well-rounded musician. He's got a lot of road time. He's been out there doing it a long time. You know, filled in for a lot of different bands, and finally got to land with us, and we're blessed to have him.
And that's a very, very recent addition, bringing him on, isn't it? Like, didn't you guys announce that February-ish?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So we did it about 3 weeks ago. We dropped our video on the 21st of February and announced the same day that he was in the band. Did the whole release and all that stuff. And I mean, he's been in the band probably about 6 months prior to that. We started, working with him relatively quickly after we disparted, with Rudy. He just kind of fell in our lap. It was pretty awesome. We didn't announce that we were going to be doing an auditions or anything like that. We just we did announce that we had let go of our singer, and we started getting people sitting in audition, samples, whether it be their songs or them doing covers of our songs and whatever. And then a mutual friend and guy that Believe This Guy was working with, and Monty and his other band were working with as well. Kind of turned him on, letting him know, hey, Believe This Guy's looking for a singer. And, he knew Believe This Guy, and he's, before he was in the band, just like I was. I was not an original member. I came in to Believe This Guy in 2006, and then back in right before we did, about 2018, right before we did the last full length. But man, it all worked out. He started working with us and sending us, his vocals over some of our songs, and then we sent him some tracks that we had some pre-production, and said, like, let's see what you got, and send it back to us. And I mean, it was quick. He just started ripping over the songs that we had for pre-production, and one ended up being like a skeleton of the Parasite that we just released, and yeah, dude, he's a great guy, good addition to what we're doing. So
really cool. So are you guys in different cities, states, and all that?
Yeah, man. So there's 5 members, and 2 of us are in Oregon. Monty, our new singer, actually lives in Portland. I live in the Eugene area, which is about hour and a half, 2 hours south of that. Austin and Wayne, our guitar player, live in Orange County, and Kevin, our lead guitar player, lives in Florida. So
wow.
Y'all are everywhere.
Yeah, so we're everywhere, man. And it makes for interesting writing process, and how we've had to learn to do things. But we've been doing it like this for years now, and just had to adapt to it, especially with the whole COVID thing and everything, so flying in and getting together in a room with all the members and jamming out like the old school days is just not in the cards for us at this point. It's like we do that before we go on the road, or before we get into like, okay, we're going to go, whether it be shows or, finalizing parts, or just like a writing party kind of thing. Well, we'll fly in and go to somebody's house, a mutual place where we can all meet, and then spend a few days there and crank out a million riffs and go through all the pre-production stuff, and then, send it to Kevin, our guitar player, who's also produces the band, does all the production for us as far as our audio goes, and just kills the game on it, man. So we just send him, he gets all the riffs and kind of skeletons it all together and sends it out. And we do MIDI drums for pre-production, of course, before Austin puts his drums down and comes up with the ideas, send it to the vocalist. And that's another good thing about, or a great thing that Monty brought to the table, as well as like he's just able to be comfortable right off the bat. And it wasn't like there was no period where it was like he's the new guy feel, or like he doesn't come in and like he's timid about saying, hey, let's change these parts to match what I want to do for the song. He just was like, hey, check this out. Let's do this many times, because, even though the songs were kind of already formatted, we still switched it up to bring, I mean, he's a member of the band. So, I mean, he should be doing those things. So it's just been all around awesome.
That's really cool. It's amazing how the whole way bands can just be in separate places has changed in the last 5-10 years. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, about 10 years ago, there was some bands that were going, yeah, I send him this and I send them that, and it was like a one-off thing. I'm in Germany and but now it's like what everybody really does.
Yeah,
they really do.
Technology made it where everybody has bedroom studios,
Yeah.
And nobody's going and recording. I mean, that's really what it is. The plugins and the software that are out there now. You just got to have, a strong enough computer to run that stuff and learn what you're, get your ears around what you're doing, and, have somebody talented enough to be able to do those things. And I mean, you don't have to go to those studios. So it makes writing. The only thing that I don't like about that process is like getting it to have that organic feel. You know what I mean? It's still the same because we're bouncing ideas off us, but it's not like we're not slamming our heads in the room and cranking out these riffs and feeling it like we would, you still hear it when it comes through the speakers. And like, as we're, going through that process, it's like, I don't know if you guys, I mean, I saw guitars hanging, so obviously musicians, but jamming in a room with people is a lot different than sitting in front of a computer and cranking out riffs and going, okay, yeah, this sounds and feels great. You just don't know, you can't get behind that feel of it really until you're in that room. You know what I mean? So that's the only downfall, I think. But as far as like making it able to like get a what's the word I'm looking for? A consistent flow of the like able to be able to be productive is made it so 10 times easier for people to be all over the place. So
right. The only thing I could see as a drawback with that is if you were thinking, can we just do that 2 times instead of 3 times? And then you would have to send that to them and then they send it back. It would be instantaneous in the same room. But other than that, it's perfect.
And like with that being said, like, using like the digital audio workstations and the technology that we have, we could literally do exactly what you just said and go, okay, I want to play that part 3 times.
You're right.
Or 1.5, and then cut and splice and boom, there's the riff and it's tight as it ever was. You know what I mean? It's just the technology we have,
Yeah. We were talking to a band last week, I believe, and they were like, once it's recorded, it's recorded. We can listen to it and do all the, you don't have to play through the same thing 15 times over and over. And so it's if you wanted to tweak something, you just push play instead of, all right, get your guitar, load up, connect, do all this,
go through the process.
Exactly. So it's streamlined everything, and it's really cool. And it's just that's the way the world is right now, and I don't hate it.
No,
I don't hate it at all.
And it's just going to continue as technology and things are released, and the way to make things sound even more huge. I mean, listen to productions from 10 years ago versus now from the same bands. You know what I mean? Like the records just keep getting bigger and fatter and louder. You know what I mean? And it's
totally
just,
agree.
And all that stuff is not that I don't love the old school and the way that the analog stuff sounded, but the warmth of all that. But I mean, now they have plugins that you can literally put on top of a mix and give it that warmth. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
As long as you can't do a show or can't go and do a show if your laptops get stolen. I'm kind of good with that.
Yeah. Right. Totally. No way, dude. No, you got to be able to play your stuff live. I mean, as far as that all that goes, I don't. Yeah, no. We've never been we've never been a sampling band. Not that anybody. And it's not that I knock it, and I know a lot of bands do it, and it's a part of their production, and it does sound tight, and you know what I mean. But I'm just old, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm 43 years old, dude. So like, I come from Pantera, getting up there and cranking it, and watching Sepultura and all those bands get up and just get nasty, and that's what I grew up with. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
That's what a live show is supposed to sound like. You're supposed to get the nasty, oops, he fucked that up, didn't he?
Yeah, hit a wrong note, or the drummer dropped a stick, or you hit a wrong note.
Exactly. That's the fun shit about going to a live show. If we wanted to hear the exact same thing, we would just put on the CD. I mean, or
it's a lot cheaper that way.
Yeah, right.
So I love it when bands just kind of break away a little bit and show, hey, we ain't perfect. Whatever, fuck it.
You're all human. Yeah, you're human.
Right.
We make mistakes. Things happen. Shit, man. I played a show. We played our last tour we got to do was 2020, and right before COVID, and we were playing at the Whiskey, and I literally, like, some of our songs are in different tunings, right? So I was for that tour, I was using the drop pedal for my bass instead of trading out my bass. I just hit this pedal and it dropped me like 2 steps or whatever for the breakdowns and stuff. Well, there was a song where we dropped down like a whole step, and I hit the pedal. Well, I mean, obviously you see these huge glasses on my face. I'm blind as a bat, dude, and I don't play with glasses, right? But I can't put contacts in my eyes because they bother me. So, anyways, I'm blind on stage. And it's like, I see light and maybe the first row of people, and that's about it. And so we were playing that song, the song Ghost, and even on the live recording, like I could hear it on YouTube. Somebody got the video of it. I could hear that I didn't hit the drop pedal, and I'm completely out of tune the whole song. You know what I mean? Just like shit. But but it happens, dude. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Live,
Yeah.
it didn't matter. No, live, it's still slammed. It still sounded. I mean, it probably sounded crazy out front, but for that one song, but nobody gave a shit. Everybody was still, So
Hell yeah. That's what it's all about, man. That's what
it is.
I want to step back for a second with one more question about your new singer edition.
Yeah, of course.
How much does changing out a singer change the dynamic or the direction of the band?
Sure. So, like we were already writing more aggressive as far as like our songs go. We started getting heavier with This Way Lies Madness, and we started doing some drop tune stuff and a little more fatter grooves and heavier grooves, and kind of where we were going with it. And and now that we've brought Monty on, like his background is a lot of that like super deathy stuff, and he's the guy. I mean, he's got a huge range, you know what I mean, that we're able to play with. It's like he can go from the guttural lows to all the way as high as we want, and it's just the way that it's really the only thing that really changed the dynamic of it is what he brings to the table, as far as like his word placement and like the cadences he hits, and but as far as like the full dynamic of how the band feels, I mean, shit, the band feels great, dude. Our personalities all mesh, and I mean, we're just going to keep pumping out music that we love. So if people like it, then that's awesome. We're that's what we're here for. You know what I mean? But we're going to write music that we love first, and then if everybody likes it, then cool.
I'll bet Randy probably has some of that music you love queued up that we can give a little sample to everybody out there.
I might have a little Parasite going on.
Hell yeah, man.
So let's check it out. This is Parasite. Make sure we're getting our turn.
Children's tears are forgotten. Say swell as we are swallowed by the shore. With the tools of suicide and the parasite face.
All right.
That's the one.
Heck yeah, that's some good stuff. That is like heavy.
yeah. It's like I said,
it's stuff.
We're just getting heavier, man. So, but we're always gonna be able to bang our heads to it, and it's gonna have our groove. Believe the Sky has a we have our sound. We're not gonna lose what we originally were, as far as like what people first grabbed onto. We're still gonna play. When we play live, we're gonna play all the bangers from the other records, and we're gonna play these new ones, and it's gonna be awesome, but that the Parasite has taken us to the next level as far as like our grooves go, and just like being able to play those slow, nasty grooves. Those are just, that's where it's at.
Hell yeah.
If I recall reading something correctly, you guys have a song that crossed 1 million streams.
Yeah, we have a couple songs. We have Minion. Minion did that, and then that's like the one that did it. Kill Tank's not far behind it. there's quite a few over that they're getting pretty close to there. You know what I mean? 500,000 hits or whatever. You know, we're just I mean, those songs have been on YouTube and stuff for quite a while. So,
like once a song gets to that point, are you guys is it just like a sense of accomplishment to you? Like the feeling of like, wow, it's there.
You know, it's like it's more like we yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. And it's just like, you know, we're just like, we're dads, and you know what I mean? Like we're band members and stuff, but we're like dudes, you know what I mean? We're like dads and like have our lives and our wives and our families, you know, and like when that, you know, when that kind of stuff happens, you're just like, Jesus, man, you know, it's very humbling, but very just, I mean, we're very blessed and honored to be able to say that we have songs that have been able to reach that, you know, so.
Awesome. So do you guys have any touring in the works? Anything you guys got going on?
So we are going to be going out as far as anything that's booked solid yet. We are still in the works doing it. We just started talking to our agent again. We wanted to release the Parasite, get everything going, get a little bit of buzz going again. Because again, we hadn't done anything since 2020. We put out, we toured in 2020 and then put out This Way Lies Madness. Later that year, we put out The Devil Will See You Now single. And then, you know, we switched singers and got Rudy Flores came on board for a few, and we released Rotten Flesh. And then, you know, we were going to be playing last year, obviously, but with the singer change, like as abruptly as it happened, we had to back off. And then, you know, took some radio silence, and kind of just now it's like, well, let's regroup. Let's come out with this. It's almost like, you know, the logo's different. The band's a little heavier. There's a new front man, like you know, the energy's a little bit different, a little more aggressive. So let's, you know, it's not a rebrand, but it's like, it's, you know, we're just coming out as full force as we can, and wanted to have a lot backing it. So when we do go out on the road, it makes sense for everybody to be out on the road. You know, we don't get to tour as often as a lot of bands, just because we are a little older and have our lives and our commitments. You know, we got teenage kids and stuff, you know, so I'm actually at my son's high school waiting for him to get out of track right now. That's why I'm sitting here in my car. That's why I'm sitting here in the car. I mean, I'm just being real with you. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So as far as the road goes, I mean, we are going to be doing some touring. I don't have the dates as yet, but it's going to be happening. We're just going to, you know, now that the song's doing as well as it is, super proud. You know, we're 3 weeks in and it's at like 92,000 views on YouTube right now. So, you know, there's some buzz going around, and of course, you know, folks like you and everybody else that's doing all the hyping for us is a blessing. So as soon as we get the dates, obviously we'll release it to everybody. But like, I can tell you that we're going to go all the way across. We're planning on going from, you know, Cali over to New York and back, and do like just do a month, go out for like a month and play like 26 shows. You know what I mean? Like 2 days off and just crank it every night and just go every day, and, you know, stop for gas and sleep. You know, that's about it.
That's what I'm talking about. COVID's over, motherfuckers.
Yeah, we're ready, man. Yeah, that shit was it sucked, man, because we literally got off tour, and then literally our last date was the 9th of February in Columbus, and I got home the 12th. I got home from tour on the 12th of February 2020, and then like 2 weeks later the world shut down.
Right.
You know, so it was like, oh, badass. You know, we were all like hyped. All of us were like, we had that, you know, we were just out with our bros for 5 weeks, you know, cranking high fives and out of the tour, and, you know, like stoked and ready to go. And then that shit happened, and, you know, that just, fuck, man, I put a damper on everybody's plans, you know?
Yeah. We had a memory on Facebook the other day, and we went to go see the Midnight Devils, and I was like, that was the last concert we saw until the shutdown, or when the shutdown. I was like, I remember it vividly. I mean, we were kind of laughing about everything, and then oh yeah, they're shutting down in California, they're shutting down over here, and I'm glad Oklahoma's still doing this. Right after that, boy, that was the last one, and it was done.
Yeah, and everybody, like the whole West Coast followed suit. You know what I mean? Like they did California closed it, Oregon, Washington, like everything just shut. Like everybody dealt with it. A lot of businesses closed. People lost jobs. It was,
Yeah.
just gnarly. So
lots of time to write and get
Yeah,
together.
get
I mean,
learn how to do it a different way.
Exactly.
Right.
The world's never going to be the same again. We figured out that we don't actually have to show up to work.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How many people work from home now? Do things remotely. You don't have to go to the office. So
yeah.
I wish I could do my job remotely. That'd be freaking nice.
Yeah, me too, dude. I can't. I still go to work, but most of my friends have the luxury of doing that, though. So I'm like, cool, dudes. Enjoy your meeting in your PJs with your button up on top. You're sitting in your checkered PJs and slippers.
Yeah,
I kind of hate them.
Got a little space heater under their desk, keep their little toes warm.
Thanks, guys.
Chilling out.
You're describing me perfectly, except
from your little grin you have, I could tell.
That's awesome.
No button up. I never turn the video on my computer.
Must be nice.
But yeah, lots of music came out of the COVID years. Yeah, I mean, it really did. I mean, nobody could go anywhere, and you guys adapted exactly like what you guys do. You just send it back and forth. You could be, in totally different states and be working on the same things. And
and a lot of it you could do it
changed.
Yeah, I mean, you could use you could use Google Drive and literally almost do everything in real time.
Exactly. Yeah.
You could literally have the as long as everybody's using the same like DAW, like audio workstations and software, you can literally save the file in and share a file in Google Drive and then open it. As soon as somebody saves it, open it up and start tracking. And it's
it's just
what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
It's insane.
It's like, and you could literally be on a Zoom call like we are right now, like, oh yeah, it's like this, or how's that riff go? It's, you know what I mean? Like, show your buddy how to play the riff, and you don't have to be renting out a rehearsal space for $600 a month.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, so much has changed that it's just not going to go back. And I don't hate it. I mean, it's eased everything a little bit more, made it a little bit easier for everybody, but and then again, there's the bad part of it is it's kind of like SoundCloud. Everybody is a musician now. So
well, you got to take, but at the same time, it's the same, like just like when the Cooking Days Network came out and everybody became a home chef. You know what I mean? Everybody knows all the ingredients, all of Emerald's ingredients. Rachel Ray, all that crap. Same thing, dude. But I think that the amount of people like you said, with the COVID shutdown, people learn new things, learn how to do things differently. Well, a lot of those people picked up the guitar. A lot of those people learned how to sing, play piano, and then YouTube. I mean, how many people blew up on YouTube during COVID? You know what I mean? Like these kids that are out now, like these musicians that are out and selling out arenas and crap, or dudes that started as YouTube kids. You know what I mean? Just like, holy shit. We were out slamming flyers on every car at every concert, and like handing out tickets and like hustling. And now it's like, boom, you make the video and you go, dude, and it's out to the world.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Getting things out to the world. Do you guys have a one-stop shop, like your website or wherever anybody can find anything Bleed the Sky that they're looking for?
Yeah, so we have obviously we do the social media thing. We've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, the Facebook page. We've got our Bleed the Sky website that you can get all. There's links to our merch, all that good stuff. New merch just came out with it, and then we've still got some of the older stuff on there that like from the previous, but most of the merchandise that's up there right now is the brand new stuff that came out on the 21st with the Parasite single, because it's kind of what we're doing. We don't have a whole lot of back stock because it's again the way of the world now. It's not sitting on shelves in our closets and getting sent out because we have boxes and boxes of these shirts. It's like we work with a company that literally like takes a cut and makes them as we get them ordered. You know what I mean? So we don't pay for somebody's to hold our stuff in a storage area, you know. It's just the way of the world. I mean, it's super easy. So
yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So whenever you guys are ready, you got the tour dates or just prelim tour dates, let us know, man.
Absolutely.
We would love to promote you guys and just come back on even.
Yeah.
If you guys have another song, another single out, just hit us up. I mean, we would love to have you on. I mean, you're family to us, man. You're family.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
And anything you've got going on, if something major happens, just say, hey, man, you think you can slide me in? We're going to hook you up. So
thanks, Randy. I appreciate it.
No problem, man, because I love what you're doing and I appreciate everything that you guys have done and the tenacity. I mean, to just get through everything.
We're not going to stop, man. We're wired this way. You know, we've been musicians, you know, I've been playing music since I was like a teenage kid, you know, so
yeah,
I'm not going to not do it. Now, if I get to do it in this capacity and write music and, you know, with my homeboys and put out, you know, videos and crap and shit, man, why the hell would we not? You know,
absolutely.
If there's people that are going to listen, we're going to keep doing it. Like I said, I told somebody in one of my last interviews, like literally I'm going to bang my head until I literally can't anymore. Like, you know, so, you know, my daughter, you know, my daughter's funny, dude. She was like, she saw the Parasite video. She's 20 years old. My daughter's 20, right? And she's like, Dad, holy shit. Like, if literally your head looks like it's going to fall off. I'm like, yeah.
That's the point.
Fucking cool is that?
You're right. Right, daughter. That shit's wicked.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it was an absolute pleasure, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Even from your car right out there in the parking lot. That's awesome.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Absolutely. Well, thanks for having me, man. And you guys take care of yourselves. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, brother. Later, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Later, man. Ring light just died.
For those of us
died, but killed itself.
That was David from Bleed the Sky, and we should have some new guests, it looks like, here in just a moment.
Yeah, you guys were on and on that one, but quick little funny story about that song Parasite. Last week I played it at my job site, and there was an electrician that his first reaction was like, oh my God, like, you listen to some heavy stuff? I was like, yeah, I do. He's like, is this Lorna Shore? And I was like, no, it's not Lorna Shore. And he's like, bull. And it kept listening, and then he heard the vocalist and he was like, oh, you're right, that's not Will Ramos. And I was like, yeah, it's this band called Bleed the Sky. So I'm like, at least there's an electrician somewhere out there that's jamming to them now. I just thought that was a funny little story.
Really cool. Really cool. Hugo, what's up?
What's going on, brother?
Man, just doing a little podcast on a Wednesday evening.
Hell yeah, man. I was watching on my phone earlier, so it was cool.
All right,
man.
All right. So I want to kind of introduce us. I'm Randy. I'm in Oklahoma City.
I'm Ashton. I'm also in Oklahoma City.
And I am John. I'm in Topeka, Kansas.
Well, all right. Well, you're a little closer to me.
Kansas.
I don't know. They might actually be closer to you.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, our roots, at least my roots, might be a little bit closer, like liberal Kansas kind of closer.
Oh, gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. We actually have a friend that goes to Rocklahoma and hangs out with us a lot. And she's like, you've got to check these guys out. And then my wife was like, Randy, have you checked them out yet? They're fucking badass. I'm like,
well, thank you.
I'll do that. And then I'm like, oh, I'm sending it.
Right. Send it. Might as well.
Oh,
Before we
awesome,
get
man.
Yeah, you guys
Hugo, can you pronounce the name of your band since Randy couldn't do it for me?
The name of the name of the band is Aether.
You really didn't know how to pronounce that?
Dude,
It's okay. We get a lot of people that say Aether, so that's all right.
I could see that. I don't know. I guess it's just I don't know. I saw it and I immediately thought Ether.
Aether.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought Ether too, but then I'm like, man, maybe there's a
When
reason.
we talked about it, he bounced back and forth with a couple different names. I was like, we'll just ask when we get him on, make sure we get it right.
Rather be safe than sorry at that point. Yeah.
I never usually correct anyone. I'm just like, wait, man, I'm glad you dug it, you know?
Right. Exactly.
So
Yeah.
not much comes out of Dodge City, Kansas, music wise, especially rock and roll. How did you guys get together and how did you guys form? Have you got lifelong friends or what? How did this go about?
So the singer in the band and I used to play in a band called Guns on Mars back in that band started back in 2011. And we were a band for quite some time, about 8 years, I think. And when that band kind of started to just, fade out a little bit, fizzle out, him and I just decided we wanted to keep going, so we started Aether. And he actually played bass in that other band, but he sings in this current project. And then, we've had some lineup changes, but just, through friends that, that we have here in town that we just, jammed and we've been going strong since then, man. So, and our singer is actually from Liberal, Kansas, but the rest of us are from right here from Dodge City.
Go
Gotta make it
National
work.
Beef!
Yeah, right.
You can smell liberal before you see liberal.
I mean, it's the same way with Dodge, man. We got a National Beef and a Cargill here, dude.
Dodge is
smell
the
it.
same way.
Yeah,
I always
right.
remember going from Liberal into Dodge, going around that curve, you could just see the feedlots and you could just see this haze right above everything.
farts. That's what I say.
I was about to say that sounds delicious.
Yeah,
Cow farts just everywhere.
we're really close to Dodge.
China has smog. We have cow farts.
That's
Oh
awesome,
my
man.
gosh. Oh, Seaboard Farms was going big. Do you guys have any Seaboard Farms up there in
I
Dodge?
feel I'm not here in Dodge, but I feel like there might be one in Liberal or somewhere in Southwest Kansas. I'm not
they're
entirely
all
sure.
Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
over in Southwest Kansas.
Yeah.
Liberal
Right.
and Hugoton and Elkhart
Yeah.
and all that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All over the place. John doesn't even know what we're talking about because anytime anybody says Kansas, they think Wichita, Topeka,
Right.
Kansas City. This is the real shit we're going on right here, John.
Right. This is freaking
the real
Southwestern, like 20 minutes from the Panhandle, Oklahoma, like that Southwest.
They're but you know what, Dodge City's kind of grown a lot in the last few years. I mean, we have an arena here, a casino and arena. So a lot of people like to kick it over there and lose their money. And then what else do we have? I don't know. They built like new stuff, like a water park and things like that. So it's been growing, and
That's
population
awesome.
wise, it's been growing. It's a lot more diverse than what it used to be. So
Right.
so I like it.
Right.
So with the
So-
casino out there, do you guys get a lot of shows that pop through there?
Oh yeah. Well, we just opened up for. I mean, it's an odd lineup, but we just opened up for Hairball at the arena here. This was a couple weeks back. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Hairball, but they're like an 80s tribute band that dresses like all these bands that they cover, and they put on a great show, man. But that was just, man, they almost sold that place out, man. It was like at least 2,400 people there. So
I think Hairball does like some Alice Cooper, some Kiss,
Yep.
some other bands in there.
Yep.
Be
See
a
how,
good show.
see how that works? You're welcome.
Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah, I saw what
But-
you did there, John.
but see, that's the thing about the shows there at the arena. A lot of the shows they do book there are just like older bands. Like they got Night Ranger coming up, and then they have a Queen tribute band tomorrow, and a lot of country, of course, and then
Right.
and then a lot of Hispanic music comes through here too. So I mean, it's rare. We've had one time where they've had like more of a modern rock kind of thing, but it was more of a what would I call it, like an early 2000s hard rock kind of thing. They had Alien Ant Farm here, and Trapped, and all those older bands from the early, the one hit wonder bands from back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So and yeah, I've encouraged them. Like, I think they need to try to book like more modern rock bands, because I think it would do well if they just tried. But maybe they're scared. I don't know.
Absolutely. I went to actually go watch your hairball video, and it says it's going to be premiering in like 2 days. I was like, damn it.
Yeah. So we do our band does kind of like a vlog. We call it Aether Adventures. I couldn't think of anything else. So basically, anytime we go out, either to go record music or practice or whatever it may be, most of the times it's when we do a show. We kind of just like to capture a little bit about what's going on, and we're stupid and silly and stuff like that. I loved
it. Yeah, I watched a couple of them.
Yeah. So we have one coming out for that show, the Hairball show, on Friday early in the morning. So if you guys want to subscribe to the Aether channel, go for it.
I already did. I already hit the
hint,
bell.
hint, nudge
notification.
Awesome, man.
All up on it already.
I was really excited about it because Hairball is actually going to be here in Oklahoma City at some point, like real soon. And I've heard people on Facebook just going, "You've got to go see him. This is an awesome show." And for what they do it good. So
they do it pretty well. I was pretty impressed. So
yeah, I hope if I'm off and I can find a way to be there, I'm definitely gonna try to see it.
You're sick, buddy.
Well,
call in, man. Call in.
That's what I'm saying. COVID is still a thing, and people panic as soon as they hear COVID. There's like, oh God, no.
Yeah, man, YOLO, man. If people still say that, go get the tickets, man.
Once you buy the tickets, you have to go, right?
Exactly.
Exactly, man.
Oh, I didn't know I was scheduled to work.
Oh no!
But my request didn't go through. I did that like 2 months ago.
Still going.
Right.
So tell us about Gunsmoke Sessions.
Yes,
What's
sir.
up?
So Gunsmoke Sessions is a music festival that's put on by Aether, our band, and we just kind of coordinate everything. We have other people that help us as well. But basically, that idea first came about right before COVID hit. We actually had a venue and everything, and then COVID hit and it just ruined everything. And we took that as a sign, as like, maybe we shouldn't do this. But a guy approached us, and this was at a different venue, but a friend of mine approached us one day. He's like, "Hey man, you guys still wanting to do that music festival thing?" He's like, "You can come do it at my place." And it's a nice venue, it's big, and we have an outdoor section and everything. And yeah, so our ultimate goal behind that was to there was this stigma. It's kind of like what you were talking about earlier, where you're thinking Southwest Kansas, there's nothing out here. Well, there's that stigma that's like there really is nothing to do out here, or there's nothing for that rock and roll community and things like that. So we wanted to change that, man. So last year we had our inaugural event back in March, and it went over way better than we expected, man. We had a lot of support from the city, from sponsors, and we had local bands from all over Kansas, and some that traveled from out of state as well. So
nice.
And it's not just live music, man. We have food trucks, we have lawn games. This year we have a mechanical bull. There's a bar, a beer garden, and there's everything. We have art vendors there. We have some custom guitar booths and things like that.
Amazing.
And just a little bit of everything, man. So we just really want people to know that Southwest Kansas isn't as dry as people make it out to be, and not to mention also hopefully maybe inspiring younger people to pick up an instrument, man, and play.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My wife, she's bound and determined. She has a lot of vacation. She's bound and determined to go to that. She's like, I really want to go. I really want to go. And she's a concert photographer, so that would be cool. I mean,
yeah, man. I mean, man, look, like I said, we had a lot of people come from the Hayes area, from Wichita. And I'm not talking about just the performers. I'm talking about like like audience members. They came out to watch, you know, the
Nice.
show. People from Salina. We had quite a few of our friends that came from the Panhandle area as well, you
Mhm.
know. And so, I mean, and we're promoting it as much as like right now, like whoever's listening, I'm promoting it to you. You should come out to Dodge City for this event. Like,
Absolutely. That sounds awesome.
yeah.
Food
That
trucks.
sounds
Woo!
amazing.
yeah, yeah, and the
Custom guitar booth is what got me. I was like, whoa, hang on, obviously.
yeah, man. Yeah, we have a luthier here in Dodge. He mainly builds
Oh, cool.
basses. But he's gonna be setting up, and he's actually raffling off a bass and stuff. And we're raffling off a bunch of stuff too. So we'll be raffling off like some custom art that some of our vendor or one of our vendors made. Like a free night stay at a hotel that's by the casino.
Uh-huh.
We're raffling off what is it? A Squire, not Telecaster, Stratocaster.
Mhm.
And so just, you know, just anything to get people to come out and enjoy a day of live music, man. So
That's
That
what
just
I'm
sounds
talking about.
awesome.
That
I
is
love
what
that.
I'm talking about.
and that's the other thing, is not just rock or metal. It's like we got hip hop, we got punk, we got a little bit of red dirt, we got a little bit of folk music, blues music, everything. I even got a Mexican band to come play, dude. I'm telling
Hitting
you.
all the bases.
I'm just telling you, well, you kind of have to do that, man.
You
gotta,
do.
Yeah,
You
you
do.
got,
For
you
sure,
kind,
for sure.
you gotta cater to everybody, you know, and I think a lot of people, you know, I always find it best. A lot of the shows that go over the best are the shows that kind of have like multiple genres. It's not just all metal or all punk or whatever it may be. I mean, those are fun too, but
Right.
variety shows for me is great because I like being able to, if you're like me that just likes anything in terms of music, like I enjoy that, you know.
Yeah. We had a band on here at one point, and I think it was the Lonely Ones. He's like, I love my metal, but you know, you can only take about 15 minutes of and then you just kind of want to go, okay, can we come down just a second? And then let's bring it back up. You know, and he really kind of pushed that, you know, having different genres, exactly like what you said, is great, because there's something for everybody, and it's not just in your face, and then, you know, so
and it's like you said,
I love what you got.
Yeah, man, thanks. And it's like you said, man. I mean, again, I'm a big metalhead, man. Like I listen to like Between the Buried and Me, one of my favorite metal bands, Cannibal Corpse, you know, Dying Fetus. Those are some of my favorite bands. But like in a live setting, I personally can only take that so much. So and like I said, you know, I think most people like, you know, a little bit of variety. So, you know, that's what we're there to provide too with Gunsmoke Sessions. So
That just
awesome.
sounds amazing.
Yeah. and one thing that's a lot different from when you think festivals, you think outdoors. Ours is mostly indoors. It's in a big venue indoors. But this year we are doing a small outdoor section where we'll have more of like solo acts and like more of our lawn games in a beer garden. But you know, but you got it. We did like a survey for our inaugural event to see what people thought, what would they change or what would they do different. And a lot of people wanted still a small outdoor section where they can go out and, you know, just enjoy a little bit of fresh air. So, yeah.
And I mean, also being in southwestern Kansas, you can have it, and then it's like, okay, is it going to rain? Is it going to be 100? Is it going to be 10 degrees and snowing? It's just like, then it gets stressful.
Right. And that's the main reason why it's mostly indoors, you know.
That is genius.
Yeah. So and we do have a backup plan in case it is, you know, the weather is crap. We can actually at this venue they have a smaller section to it where we can just put everything in there if we have to. So
that's awesome. Right? You have really to cool. Down here.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Anybody want to? Yeah. Anybody want to hear them?
Yeah,
I mean,
some music.
Yes.
Oh, some music. All right.
Yeah, we got some music.
Okay, go.
We might have found you on YouTube.
All right.
Maybe. we'll see what he pulls up.
Uh-oh, where's my?
And maybe
start.
Yeah, not looking good.
I love the song.
Here, I'll pull up the lyrics and I'll just start singing, and we'll just wing it from there.
See, I think I could probably listen to that all night. So I think I would be good with that.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Our
There's a
singer is
sweet
very
spot.
talented.
I was gonna say that's one thing I will definitely give Orlando. He's got some lungs on him. That is insane.
Yeah, man. We're fortunate to have him.
So my next big question to you is, when do we get you into Pika?
Topeka. I don't know, man. It's been a minute, man. Last time we played in Topeka was I don't remember, man. It's been a couple years. We
man.
played at the Booby Trap up there.
There we
What?
go.
Oh god, the booby trap.
Yeah. But that's just I mean, we were in Lawrence not literally a couple weeks ago, so I don't know. Maybe soon. Maybe soon. Maybe after Gunsmoke sessions, after I've recovered from that, we'll maybe see about booking up in.
Do you know anybody at the Booby Trap that might get him in? Or
No, I mean
Come on,
I know
John.
Brian Chambers, the guy that owns the bar.
Yeah,
like
he's a very dear friend of mine.
oh, cool, yeah. So yeah, man. I mean, I'm sure we can make it happen. It's just, man, we book as often as we can, and we try to space out our shows, and then also try to go to different areas. So yeah, man, I think we can make it back to Topeka. So.
And while we're on that topic, I want to throw one more thing out. The Lonely Ones that Randy brought up earlier will be at the Booby Trap on Tuesday night.
Oh, cool. Hell yeah.
So
That's awesome.
the Lonely Ones are also, if anybody's a few years back, they were Boba Flex. If anybody's
okay.
ever heard of Boba Flex,
Yeah.
So one of the brothers decided to leave the band to take care of his family and do some things there, and they just didn't feel right keeping it as Boba Flex, and they just kind of rebranded themselves. So really still so fucking talented. I mean, so
I've seen them one time. I've seen Boba Flex one time, and I mean, is it still the same music or?
yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Very, very good. Very good.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah, man.
So,
Saving
random
Abel.
side note.
Does that mean anything to you?
Sorry. What was that?
Saving Abel.
Oh,
Does that
Saving
mean
Abel.
anything to you?
Oh, hell yeah, man. So we got asked to open for Saving Abel in Hayes, Kansas on June 23rd. So we're pretty stoked on that. But I've actually played with Saving Abel with my first band, Guns on Mars. This was back in like 2012 maybe. And Jared Weeks, their singer, their original singer, who I'm glad is back in the band. I did not like the other guy. He actually stood by the stage and watched us perform. And he was really digging it. Like I could tell he was digging it. And right after we were kind of like tearing down, he was walking around and he saw we had a monstrosity of a trailer back then. It was like the back half of a van in the front of it, like put together. Like it was weird, man. And I don't know. A friend of ours sold us that trailer for like $100. We're like, hey man, it works. And Jared Weeks said, hey, dude, can I take a picture with you guys next to that thing? That thing is awesome. And that picture's somewhere on Facebook, but I'm gonna have to bring that up to him if I see him at the Hayes show and see, like, hey, do you remember that, man?
I don't think he can forget it. That's funny.
Man. He's super cool guy, man. Yeah. So,
Ashton, what were you saying?
I almost got sidetracked, so I had to kind of like, as you guys were talking, I had to remember what I was gonna say, and then I looked over at my other monitor, and I'm like, oh yeah. I don't know if y'all are keeping track on the comment section, but we've got Alonzo in here hyping this up like crazy. And we got
Awesome.
Alonzo and Bo hyping up Orlando, rightfully so. And then we've got Shannon saying hi. So hi, Shannon.
Nice.
So just a little update on the comment section. It's active.
And I want to thank Nick. I want to thank Nick for the 5,000 likes, hearts, and emoji.
Yes, I saw those just spamming up my screen. I'm like, all right, there they all go.
Love it.
I love it.
Alonzo's actually my brother.
Okay.
And him and I play in a band too. So we play in a band called Thunderbird Hotel. So it's kind of
got Hugo speaking up, Sam.
Oh yeah.
I'm guessing we just got everybody coming out of the woods right now, and I love it.
I try to share it as much as I could and get people in. I've been so busy, man. I actually did a podcast yesterday in Wichita. And so like I said, man, I'm just trying to like stay active. I'm on spring break. I'm a school teacher. So I'm like, man, I'm
Oh,
gonna take
cool.
advantage of spring break and just go out and do stuff, do things to promote or talk to people about music and stuff. So
Damn, I hit you right at the right time, didn't I?
yeah, man.
Right.
I appreciate you
Real.
guys having me, man. Seriously.
Oh man, you're helping us out just as much as we're helping you out, is what it looks like.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the place for everybody to go to find your stuff?
Well, with Aether, you can find everything on our website. It's www.etherdc for Dodge City.com. And yeah, you can pretty much find us all in there. I mean, we're on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and YouTube at EtherDC. So
Excellent. I know
same thing with music. You can find us on pretty much any streaming platform. So that song that you pulled up earlier, that's our latest single, Make Me. You can find that on there too. So
Absolutely. Oops, that's not what I wanted to show.
oh, there you go.
Look at there.
Spotify. There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
You
snap.
see that? You see that right there? Saying following.
There you go.
Everybody hit them up on Spotify.
That's what's up, man.
And check it out. Check it out, man. And follow them, man. I mean, it's not gonna fucking break your finger when you push the button.
If you're a fan, if you're a fan of bands like Chevelle, Deftones, maybe Stone Sour, that's about kind of where we're at with our style of music. So it's a little bit in that vein. So if you dig those bands, you might dig us.
Worst case scenario, if you go and subscribe to their stuff, you're gonna get associated with a lot of good music. And that's worst case scenario.
Hey man, that's my dream, man. I want to open for Chevelle. If I could open for Chevelle, I'm good.
That'd be amazing.
I love that band. So yeah.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. But I can't wait to hear about how the Gunsmoke sessions turns out. And I will not be surprised if my wife actually shows up there. I really won't. She's got like 28 weeks of freaking vacation or something. I don't know why she's holding on to all this, but
I got a couple days left over. She needs to bring me.
Yeah, man. You guys should all come down, man. It's gonna be a hell of a party,
man.
I would love to. That sounds like a trip. I mean, I keep getting stopped. I haven't ate since I got off. I keep getting stopped on this food truck thing. I don't know why. That's just really.
We announced
but food trucks. Come on now.
Yeah, we announced our lineup of food trucks today, actually, and we got some really good ones, man.
Oh,
we got an Asian cuisine truck, and then we got some barbecue. You always have some barbecue.
Yeah.
And then we got oh gosh, I'm blanking. We have Pinkies out of Garden City. They do like, I call it stoner food, but like they have like these crazy craft sandwiches and mac and cheese and all these crazy combination foods. And then what was the last one? Mock and Roll out of Mineola, Kansas. They do like wings and burgers and things like that. Yeah, man. So we got a good lineup this year. And man, if you don't like those food trucks, there's literally like taco trucks and like other food trucks literally down the street. They're everywhere here in Dodge City, man.
It sounds like Herd on Herd down here, except with like all around just great music.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We got
man.
Oh, goodness.
We got some really great bands on this year's lineup. So,
man, I wish you all the luck. Hope the weather turns out that you don't have to go to the alternative.
Crossing my fingers.
Yeah, make sure everything's going to happen out just the way you plan it. And the Saving Abel thing, that's absolutely amazing. That's good stuff. And I'm already going to get it notified for the hairball thing. So 3 days.
They're great.
Yeah. So I think it went live or it's going to go live at 11 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if I'll be able to catch it at that time, but
now you better find a way. Go to the bathroom break.
I'm definitely going to catch the Hairball Chronicles with Aether.
Do it, man. I mean,
17th.
There you go, man. Yeah, do it. Our vlog, like I said, man, we've been doing it for like a year now, maybe a little bit over a year. And we do it mainly for ourselves as memories, just to watch all the stupid stuff that we do. But I think some of our followers and people that enjoy our music do enjoy watching those vlogs.
It
so.
was. I did. I clicked on
yeah.
2 of them and I was laughing my ass off. I was like, I like these guys.
Yeah, man.
I really like them.
We're a bunch of idiots, man.
That's what makes
Yeah.
it fun, though. You
Yeah,
gotta just
yeah.
say, let's just do it.
Yeah, you just can't be too serious, man. You just can't. It's gotta have some fun, man. You know, I
Alonzo
know.
busted you, by the
What'd
way.
he
He
say?
said, fun fact, I edited that one.
He did. My brother, well, it's a combination like between him and I or my lady. Like we'll all do the vlogs, or it'll be one of us, or we work collaboratively on it. But my brother did do this vlog. He made it funny. He made it funny.
I was gonna say
love it.
he put his stamp on that one. He's like, nope, mine.
Yeah. That's my brother.
I love
man.
it.
Shout out to him.
Spectacular. Hugo, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best, and it looks like the future is fucking bright.
I appreciate that, brother. And thank you guys.
And definitely let us know how it goes. Don't be ashamed to hit us up, to come back on and show some of the escapades that you guys go through on Gunsmoke sessions.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
we'll love to have you back on.
Yeah, we'll have a videographer, and she'll do a recap video and everything on it.
Nice.
So you'll get to see, like, if you didn't come down, maybe this recap video will convince you for next year.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hugo.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to throw one last comment out there, Dave. I just saw that you've joined the comment section, if you will. Your t-shirt, your Bleach Bang shirt is in the mail officially. Any of you out there, they do exist. Hit us up. Let me know. We'll get one in the mail for the right price,
sure.
obviously.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Hugo. And
Thank you,
I'll
guys.
see if I can figure out how to get my outro going here.
We bang your ugly friends too.